Hello. How's everyone? This is our first Klei cast.
Yeah, I think we're calling it Rhymes with Klei.
Rhymes with Play. It's on
Um,
our business cards too.
yeah, everyone calls the company Klei
That's
constantly,
That's right.
so figure Klei rhymes with play helps.
Yep. I'm James Lance.
I'm Jamie Chang. I founded Klei. We're designers of Invisible Ink, along with Jason, who's not here today. He'll join us some other day.
Yep.
But yeah, we're here to talk about Invisible Ink and the launch yesterday.
Yeah, and just play and chat with you guys. And
2 days ago? Did it launch 2 days ago?
it launched 2 days ago. That's
Crazy.
correct. It's crazy. It's been a crazy 2 days. It's been awesome.
Mhm.
It's been exhausting, and I'm excited to be here with you guys. So we're just gonna play the game. And we're gonna chat. Maybe about what's happening on the screen, maybe about just development process and sort of that stuff.
Yeah, I would love to talk about some of the things that we're working on right now, some of the design decisions that we've been making, that sort of thing. Do you have any of the games loaded up? Do you want to start a new one? What do you want to do?
Let's just start a new one.
Sounds good. Yeah. Okay.
Sounds good.
Do you have any of the guys unlocked right now?
I think I do. I have a couple. Oh, I don't actually.
Nothing unlocked.
This
Absolutely
is a
nothing.
garbage can.
Hmm.
I'm not very good at this game.
Oh, this is straight from Steam?
This is straight from Steam.
I know why. It's because we haven't implemented Steam Cloud yet.
Oh, there you go. So
That's
that's
why.
something. That's one thing to talk
Yeah,
about. We're gonna implement
absolutely.
Steam Cloud, right?
We actually last night there was one bad review. I'm like obsessively looking
Oh,
at
of course.
reviews,
Yeah,
right?
me too.
And there was one bad review. It's like, game is pretty cool, but no Steam Cloud, and it says it supports Steam Cloud. Bad review.
Yeah.
Right. So I replied, I'm like,
Brutal.
oh yeah, it shouldn't say Steam Cloud right now. So I went back and removed that checkbox, and we'll be implementing it later.
Awesome. So let's get this started.
Okay, sounds good.
How are levels, everyone? Let us know if we're quiet or the game is too loud or whatever.
Yeah, can you read the comments there?
I'm reading the chat as we
Is
speak.
it possible?
Yes, I'm reading the chat. It
Okay,
seems
so
okay.
that's
No one's saying anything. Usually people will speak up if it's broken or whatever.
Okay, that sounds good.
I tested it, but these things never work. So
What do we
awesome.
want to start with here?
we got a security dispatch. We got a server farm. It's guarded.
Okay.
That one's more difficult, but it's a
Fair.
vault.
It's a
And
vault, that's good.
vaults are OP right now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
that's
I would say
another
that vaults are OP, sort of.
Yeah.
But as we're talking about, the amount of money you get scales over time, right?
Right.
And so, the very first mission you do, you should probably do the ones that don't scale.
Right.
Right. And so server farm is one.
That's true.
Right. Security dispatch could be really good to get you a head start.
It's true.
You know.
We do have the first, the two Kano vaults on the level.
Mhm,
They're both
mhm.
quite far away, which means it's kind of brutal. And they're both also they're the second difficulty, very guarded.
Yeah. Why don't we go to security dispatch and kind of loop down or something?
Yeah,
Right?
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
And I also don't want to embarrass myself on stream by starting with a very guarded and dying.
And then
instantly.
dying?
Yeah, which has happened and does happen and will happen.
Yeah, that's right.
What do we got here?
We got Judy Dench talk. I mean, Central talking.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's right.
Good times.
All right,
Mallory Archer. Good times.
getting in there. Yeah, Smoke 108 says guarded and very guarded are very broad terms for difficulty,
Yeah.
which I think is true. The difficulty indicators is something we're always working on. It's definitely not necessarily final that it's going to be guarded, very guarded, heavily guarded, and extremely guarded right now.
I mean, in terms of the wording that we used, yeah, we want to change that. But if you actually look at, hilariously, if you could look at the Steam screenshots, you'll actually see the stars.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, that's so funny. The old stars.
something. We're not on screen or something. Jason's
Not
telling
perfect.
us.
Well, I think he just means that you're kind of cut out by the game.
I'm cut out by the game.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want to move that?
How do I do that?
We could also pop you up to the front here. Do you want to pop this cam up to the front? Is the webcam more important than the game cam?
It's just cutting off this little bit here
Yeah.
with the money. So
Yeah.
why don't we
All right,
just
let's pop
kinda
this
just
up to the front.
through? Yeah.
Sure.
mhm. Boom, boom, boom.
Boom, boom,
So
boom.
yeah, if you go to the Steam, you'll see actually the Steam screenshots. You actually see the stars, and the reason that we changed it, stars is actually probably more informative, and the reason why we changed it was because people would look at 1 star and go, "Oh, it must be really easy."
Yeah.
Except that this game is never really easy, and it's never supposed to be.
Yeah.
So that's why we did
Yeah,
it.
totally. I mean, it was like, yeah, 1-star was like, oh, I'm an idiot if I can't beat 1-star. When in reality, the developers of this game, when we first tried 1-star, we know everything. We died a lot.
We still,
Yeah,
I still die
die
in
in
1 star
1-stars.
because we're greedy, right? We're
Yeah.
trying to get
Yeah.
everything we can.
That said, I mean, I do have the feeling that guarded isn't the exact final terminology. It might
Yeah.
be better than stars, but you still, I mean, when we're discussing this right now, we're still saying stars because it's easier to talk about it in those terms. So I think I will be looking for something that works perfectly. It's not stars, probably. It's not guarded. You know, we'll figure it out. It's definitely guarded. I think has served that purpose though.
Sure,
Where it definitely it appropriately sets your expectations for how difficult the mission's going to be.
Well, hopefully at least.
To a certain extent.
So what are you doing here?
Grabbing some CPUs. That was actually a mistake because
Power. Grabbing
yeah,
some power.
grabbing some power from the CPUs, from the consoles. And that was a mistake actually because I have full power now, so I'm gonna lose one on the drip. I'm an idiot.
Yeah, that's
Wait,
right.
hold on.
No.
We
You
can hack
crack
this
that.
thing.
Yeah.
There you go.
And then, oh, okay, it's a console one.
Yeah,
And can she? Oh, she's 0 AP. You're supposed to be scanning, man.
it's fine. I actually don't scan with her enough. I don't scan with her because it takes too long in my mind.
Really?
Yeah.
But then you get to use your power, you know, as you go along, right?
Yeah.
What I really like is that, you know, people have been talking a lot about the alarm levels and stuff,
Mhm.
right? And I totally hear you. I totally hear them. It's actually really brutal, but it also makes it so that every single decision is really interesting, right? So, you know, to say that, you know, I don't want to waste 1 AP to do a scan, that's only true because the alarm level exists.
Exactly. Yeah. I want
Right?
to get every bit of efficiency. Look at that scan.
Well, that's because you weren't at the edge of. You should be where you can't see,
I
right?
should be. Yeah. I just don't like. You have to go in inefficient places to scan. You know what I mean? So it's like my play style
Okay.
is to.
No, for example,
Okay.
if you went to the corner there between those 2 doors, right?
Yeah.
Where you can't see in the bottom right.
Yeah.
Where international is, then you scan.
Yeah.
Then it's really efficient.
Yeah. It's true. Like right
Right?
here.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, but now I don't have it. I could just peek as well. Okay, I'll scan. There you go. Yeah, you got something.
You
We
know,
got something. It's not bad.
it's-
I hear you. There we go. We got that guy too. He's in a guard room. That's gross. So we know where the 2 guard rooms are now. That's not something I really like to know.
Right.
As you're exploring the level, because
Interesting.
as soon as you get 4, guards are coming out of here, and the guards are coming out of here.
Right.
So it's really important to know: are they close to the elevator? Are they close to my agents? Are they close to the start?
So I think this is literally the first time we've actually played together.
Yeah.
And so, which is really funny because I never care about the guard
Really?
rooms. And the reason I don't care about the guard rooms is because I never get to level 4.
Yeah.
Because my play style is to play.
Very aggressively.
Well, it's not aggressively; it's efficiently, is what I would call it,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
I mean, I definitely don't just wander into stuff.
Right.
But you know, if things are getting hairy at around 3, I'm out of here.
Right.
That's the style that I
That's
usually
true.
play.
It's true. I am reading the chat, by the way, guys. But I think we're just gonna chat
Mhm.
with you guys, with each other for a while, and then later on in the stream we'll do a more Q&A style stuff where we're reading directly questions from chat.
Yeah, that's right.
Right now it's just hard to read chat and play and talk at the same time, so
I
don't wanna try to-
could read chat while you're
Sure,
playing.
give it a shot,
That
yeah.
could work. Yeah.
it's
Possibly
just
do
right
that.
there.
Yeah, it's just blocking everything.
But it's also,
here.
I mean, yeah, you know, we'll have a more chat-oriented Q&A stuff
Right, that's
later
right.
on.
Yeah.
Um,
Your tweet has the wrong link, FYI. That's very smart of me.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna fix that first.
This is the first episode of the Klei cast. What rhymes with play.
Rhymes with play.
Is that what we're going with? I like it.
Yeah.
All right.
That's where we go.
There we go.
For some reason, Hootsuite's like screwing up on me and
Yeah.
not doing the thing. So, not sure how to tweet it actually, because paste doesn't work. What link did I actually link to then? If I wasn't linking to the right link,
Just someone else's
I
Twitter.
don't actually understand. What did I do? I'm just gonna leave it. Actually, I think people will come find us.
Yeah.
It's fine. There's 90 people. It's all good. Yeah. Okay, what's going on? What did I miss?
So I found a guy who knocked out my first guard, which is always a turning point in a level, because as soon as you knock out your first guard,
Yeah.
that guy comes looking for you later, you know? So as soon as you knock out your first guard, it's like, okay, now we have to play a little bit differently.
Yep, that's right.
That's what I think, in my mind, anyway. This guy found the security dispatch room, so that means because we played this a lot,
Mhm.
we know that behind this secure door, there's an item in here that I really want. Unfortunately, there were no guards on this side of the level, so in order to get a pass card, I'm going to have to go all the way back, grab a pass card, and come all the way back
Yep,
here.
that's right. Which you're gonna do. Is that
which
what you're
I'm
gonna do?
almost definitely going to do. She's got a
Okay.
pass card.
Oh, she did find a pass card.
She
already.
did find a pass
Okay,
card.
then totally. You're gonna
There's
do
some
that.
garbage here. This is this camera turning on, I think. That's what's happening there. And that's a little bit annoying. I'm
can
going
go
to
there. Yeah,
sneak up. Yeah, I'm going to go there. Make sure to close this door behind me. Some of our older players, some of our more veteran players, affectionately call this game a door closing simulator, which is not the whole truth, but it's not true.
There are actually some really interesting scenarios where you actually want to leave the door open.
True. Yeah.
For example, when you leave the door open and a guy, well, if you leave the door closed,
Yeah.
and then a guy gets a drop on you and you're next to a door,
Yeah.
you have to open the door to get through the door. But by the act of opening the door, they shoot you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Totally.
So there are some times where I'm like, if someone might get a drop on me, I'll actually leave the door open and just stand near the doorway so that I can duck back.
Totally. And then it's actually a safer position.
Mhm.
Yeah. I did the old switcheroo there, which is you get one guy. You basically double. So I'm doubling the carry capacity of that pass card, right? Because now I can move her whole turn, switch it to him, and then move his whole turn. I didn't actually perfectly do that, but it's something like that. And now he's faster, so he'll get it faster rather than just bringing her all the way around. And actually, another thing I can do, and I think a lot of players early on, they don't read the stuff on the bottom action bar here, so they may not know about this. But since there's no guards on this side level, right? There might be a guard in here, but I'm willing to take that risk.
Okay.
And so I'm just going to run with him, which means that he's going to make noise.
Oh,
as
you
he
are?
runs. Yeah.
Wow,
Totally.
I never run.
So that's just a little bit more
Ever
efficient, and
run.
I'm pretty sure it's safe.
Yeah,
totally
you
safe,
did it.
right?
Wow.
So I like doing that sometimes. The risk there, I mean, the reason you don't always do that is because maybe there's a guard in this room. And
That's
if
right.
there's a guard in that room and he heard me, I'm screwed.
Well, you're
So
not
it's-
really screwed, actually. It
True.
actually works okay.
But
in that scenario.
it screws up my level a little bit
Yeah,
more, right?
that's
It
right.
makes it every bit of entropy you drop into the level is like a little bit higher chance that you're just gonna get murked.
Mhm.
And another thing is I still haven't found the elevator yet. So where am I thinking? I'm thinking it might be here. I'm thinking it might be here. Actually, I'm thinking it's probably here, most likely.
Go into incognito mode.
Yeah.
Well, it could be either.
Could be
You-
here.
It literally
Could be
either.
here. Yeah,
just-
totally.
and that's I love that. For a while, while we're making this game, I was moaning because I was saying it'd be so much easier if the game was linear.
Yeah.
I would be able to pace it out perfectly.
That's right.
After building Mark and the Ninja, it's like, man,
Yeah.
I could just,
Yeah.
perfectly dole the things out and all
Yeah.
that. But it's so much more interesting that it's procedural.
Totally.
It's so, yeah.
And actually, one thing I don't like about the game right now, and one thing I feel like we need to fix, and I'm not sure exactly what that fix is like the elevator sometimes, and this really screws new players more than anything.
Right.
The elevator is sometimes right next to your spawn, right?
Yeah, that's right.
It's like the very first mission,
right.
it's lightly guarded or guarded or whatever, and the elevator's right next to your spawn. And as a new player, it's very confusing. It's like, okay, so I'm going the elevator, and that's like that's the worst thing you can do for your game,
That's
right?
right.
Is just go straight to the elevator because then
you're
you'll-
wasting time.
Exactly. You'll die later on. There's no reason for you to go to that building if you're not getting anything out of it. So that's confusing for new players, and I would like to be able to make that either
Yeah, we can fix that.
just figure out a way to make it more obvious that you're not supposed to do that, or not have elevators that
That's
close.
right. That's right. We could do either of those
Yep.
things. I think
Totally.
pushing the elevator a little bit further apart is totally okay.
Yeah, me
just
too.
just a little bit.
So I'm setting her up on melee Overwatch, which is she's gonna nab that guy as he comes through.
Mhm.
I know he's gonna come through because I saw this interest point. There you go.
Nice.
And now the interest point disappears because we knocked him out. So we know for sure that guy that interest
That
point
was the same guy. Oh,
was
you
that
should
guy.
check that. Oh, you should go back to the other room.
Oh, you want to check that?
Well, that's what you should do. You should sweep.
She's about to check this. Oh, she's not. Wait, how is he going to move? I think I'm safe. Oh, no, it's noticed. I think I'm safe just standing right here. So this is one of the other things about this game that's interesting, is there are a lot of these little movement exploits.
Right.
Where it's like, because I know exactly, I've played this game enough, I know exactly he's going to turn around, and when he turns around, he's not going to sweep this tile.
Right.
I'm pretty sure I can stand here totally safely, which as a new player, you wouldn't think
But
you could
you
at all.
don't have to know these things to beat the game
It's
at
true.
all.
Totally.
Because I would never do that.
Mm-hmm,
In my opinion, what you should do is stay on that guard.
Yeah.
Because Deckard still needs to get here.
Yeah, it's true.
So the longer he's asleep, the
Yeah.
better.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And what's the point of rushing it?
Yeah, it's true.
And yet you're going to do it.
You mad? I like to play this game aggressively. That's my style of play here.
Good times.
I like how
Yeah,
you,
that's true, Klei.
you
So
logicked
good.
me out. And I still went with my my brutish nature. So let's see what happens. Yeah, he turns around.
Yeah,
he
yeah,
doesn't
of course,
sweep that
yeah,
area.
yeah, that's
so
fine,
it
that's
all works.
totally
I mean, as you said, Deckard is going to have to deal with this guy. He's going to wake up this turn. So I move him around here. And this is the kind of stuff I like about this game, where you get to an expert level and you can kind of do this stuff. Even
Are
if...
you sure that the exit's actually there? Because otherwise Deckard has to go back the other way.
There you
Oh,
go.
there it is. Okay, 8 times.
Yeah, I
And
feel
also,
like...
there could have been a safe there.
Yeah, it could be a lot in this room.
Right?
I mean, I kind of look like a chump right now, to be honest. But, yeah. Yeah, you're right. You're totally right. I mean, this guy's going to come back here this turn. This turn, he will see me. Because
Yeah, that's right. He's going to open the door.
Yeah, he's going to be opening the door. So, I got to take out this
hack
camera.
that camera.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Mhm.
And something that really sucks is actually... I just hit 2 alarm level,
Oh,
so the firewalls just came up. So
just
now
came
I'm
up, yeah.
now I'm losing an extra 2 power on every hack. You know?
I really, back in the alpha, we had it so that it's just,
Mhm.
one firewall, one power, right? Actually, we used to call it CPU, and
Yeah.
it was super confusing.
Oh, I didn't close this door. Sorry. Go ahead.
Bad spy. I love the lockpick now. Lockpick's awesome. Where it's 2 for 1.
Yeah.
It's really painful. It's just so much more interesting. We have so many more vectors that we can play with. As
Yeah,
we
absolutely. When firewalls were 1 for 1 power for firewall break,
Yep.
it was really you just couldn't do a lot in that system as a player. Like, you could demonstrate that you understood that was the case,
That's
but
right.
you couldn't demonstrate mastery over that system. You couldn't learn how to use it and feel good about using it. You know.
Mhm.
So this guy's gonna do this little patrol thing. I'm kind of sick of that, so I'm gonna knock him out. And also, I want his money.
Yep.
So I'm gonna do that. He's got 80 credits. That's not a whole lot. That's okay.
You're gonna get
Should
buy
I,
some stuff.
what do you think? Should I hack this native fab? Is it
I
even
think you
worth
should
it?
buy stuff. Yeah, I think you
Yeah?
should buy stuff. Why
Let's
not?
do it. What could go wrong?
I think it's always good to buy things.
I agree. Yeah, the power is kind of brutal. Okay, so we got some killing.
Why don't we talk a little bit about some of the items and why we made them that
Yeah,
way, right?
Totally.
So let's talk about the pistol first. So there's a totally crap pistol here. Let's hover over that.
Yeah.
Right?
Junker pistol.
Junker pistol. It's got 1 ammo. It's got no armor piercing. It's basically the worst pistol in the game, right? It's the worst range weapon in the game.
Yep.
And part of the the reason why we did it is, of course, we really wanted to push everyone into fighting for every little thing that they do.
That's right.
But also, thematically, it makes sense. What a nanofab is a hacked up 3D printer, right?
Mhm.
It's this 3D printer that's around that's supposed to sell drinks and stuff.
Right.
It's supposed to sell coffee or whatever.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
And you hacked it up to be able to build whatever you want
That's
out
right.
of it.
That's right.
And so the best it can do is build this crappy little pistol,
Yep.
right?
That's right.
And so that's where it is. And then the hammer there is something. I wonder how many people actually to buy it, because when we first implemented it, our own crew was like, that's such a shitty.
Yeah, no one liked
No
it.
one liked
thought
it, right?
anyone was going to use it.
Why 5 power? Why would I ever use that, right? And
That's right.
the fact is I always buy it. It is
Mhm.
so useful mid and late game. It is anything with power 3 and up. It becomes way more
Totally.
efficient, right?
Yeah, and I'm very excited to design more mainframe programs like this that are
Mhm.
going to be competing for your purchases and
Yep.
lead to more interesting ways to break firewalls for you. You can play in a way that's like slower, a way that's faster.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. And Hammer is a totally great example. Yeah, everyone thinks it sucks. In fact, I know lots of people who still only use Lockpick. Like
Really?
they just because you can. It's actually viable. You can get the portable servers,
Okay. Yeah.
which generate power, and
Yep.
you can upgrade people's hacking ability, and you can
Mhm.
only use Lockpick. But what I really like about that is that it forces you into the style where you spent that money on hacking. You didn't spend it on
That's right.
other things, right? You didn't spend it on stealth, so you're not moving that quickly. You didn't spend it on.
And they don't buy Demon
guns.
Sniffer either.
That's right. They don't buy Demon Sniffer. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I've seen a lot of people just roll through the game with Lockpick, which I think is it's cool that you can do that. I mean, you do have to support it
Yep, that's right.
for sure. And International, I mean, her hacking is pretty strong right now. So even if you just get 2 hacking, you can kind of just support Lockpick
Right,
a
it's
lot.
not bad. Have you ever bought Sadistic Pumps?
I've never. I always try to do new builds.
Yep.
Which is I blame for losing a lot.
Right.
But which is not true. It's just me being bad. But the new build, yeah, I've tried using it once or twice. I've never gotten it to work super well. It's really cheap.
Yep.
It used to be quite expensive. It's really cheap now. To encourage people to try to build with it.
Yeah, if you do a build, but you don't have the right build to
No, I
use it
don't.
at all, right? I actually am a proponent of having some shitty items.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
So that there is some mix, and then people can find, as we add new items, old shitty items can become really good items, right?
Yeah.
So, what's going on in the Twitch stream there?
I don't know. Our chat is rebelling against us, I think.
James, blink thrice if you are reading the chat. Blink thrice. Okay. James
It's pretty-
making cat reference. Okay, something.
Sure. All right.
Oh, I feel
Welcome to
like
the chat,
I feel
everyone.
like I never hacked the turret except extreme urgency. I feel killing is too brutal for this game.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the point, really. I mean, for a few builds, the turret could mow down everybody, and that's really funny because when we're building a stealth game, I found this to be the case on Mark and the Ninja, and even more so in this game, is that the balance is just on this razor's edge.
That's right.
It just
That's
falls right over.
That's funny. I like laser's edge.
Laser's edge. That's right. And the turret could just mow down 6 different people, and you're just sitting around on alarm 6, right?
Right.
And so we made it have 2 bullets, and that was that.
Yeah. And, that'll be something we keep revisiting. We want to make it an interesting decision. If you feel like I never hack the turret, and it's if you never hack the turret, that's fine. If that's your play style, that's totally valuable. But if it's nobody ever hacks the turret, then we want to make it an interesting decision. Should you hack the turret? Should you hack the power generator? And one nice thing there is actually it's made slightly more interesting by the fact that sometimes the power generator has a daemon on it, right? So you have to hack the turret, or it's really good to hack the turret.
Yeah, that's right.
Because it's painful to hack the other one.
I had the best experience when both the turret and the power supply had a daemon on it.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I just EMP'd the whole thing and just totally shut down, and that was the best.
Yeah.
Shitty items as a feature, not a bug. That's right.
That's right.
I should put that into the
patch notes.
Added some more shitty items.
That's right. It's also funny. I mean, the other thing about shitty items that's interesting is that you'll know, and especially in games like this where there are sort of items that synergize with each other, it's nice to have those items floating around because you never buy them, and then we add a couple new items that, say, another item gives you something if you have a gun or whatever, right? And then suddenly, all of a sudden, the shitty gun that costs nothing is now more valuable when you find that other thing. So it's like in another RPG where if you find one thing and it's not super useful, but then you have another thing that kind of synergizes with it, and then they both become useful.
And I think one of the key things you just said there is find as opposed to buy.
That's right.
Right. So the fact that you can actually find items as you go along drastically changes it. And we actually had this kind of. Oh, where is he going?
It's just going up. We already saw.
Yeah, but you can just knock him out as he comes through, right?
Neither of these guys can actually. Okay. He doesn't move quite far enough, but we'll be okay.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
We found this in Don't Starve actually, where we would leave old adventurers' corpses around, and they were just you could have knocked him out.
He trolled me. It said he was only going up to here, and then he moved one. He saw that he moved one step extra. He's like, "Listen, I know usually I'm pretty lazy, but today I'm just feeling like this extra step. I'm just going to go the extra mile and take this one more step." I don't know what happened there.
So anyway, finishing my thought, we made these items that, theoretically are quite inefficient.
Yeah, right.
Like, for example, the blow dart to put people to sleep. You spend, an immense amount of resources to build this one dart, and it's like the shittiest dart.
Yeah.
And there's one dart in it.
Yeah.
And you can knock out one person.
Yeah.
Right? But if you pick it up, it can be a lifesaver later.
That's right. That's right. Totally.
Oh, well, are you upgrading anybody?
I didn't have enough money to, because I spent all my money on a gun. You didn't see I spent it on a gun and a hammer. Because I like to go, those to me are the safe picks, right? I like to go for the safe picks early on.
Right.
So that I can, and then usually, now I'll go to a vault, typically.
But do you
think I should sneak over here first?
You still don't have anything to knock out level 2 guards, right?
I don't have anything to knock out armored guards. That's the danger of going to a very guarded. There will be one possibly armored guard there.
Yeah, well, there will be an armored guard there.
Well, it could be the Spec Ops guy who actually doesn't have armor.
Is it KO?
Yeah, this is K now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, why don't we just jump to the hard
We're going to the vault? All right.
Let's just do it.
All right. My boss said I had to.
Hey!
I'm just kidding.
Oh, what's Parasite? I just bought this. Oh, that's because Parasite... See, I love that. I love that people say Parasite is OP.
Yeah.
Because in my opinion, it is definitely not OP.
Right. Which is awesome. As soon as we have an item that's that's the perfect type of item, that's exactly what we want to be putting into the game.
Yeah.
Stuff that one person thinks is too strong, another person doesn't like.
Yep.
Because that's where the fun is of being in the community and talking to people and all that stuff. Yeah.
So what Parasite is for people who don't know is that it costs 1 power to use, and you host it on a firewall, and it lowers the firewall strength every once a turn, right? And so if you've got a 2 firewall strength thing, it gets cracked in. I guess 3 turns. That's actually what it is, because there's 1 turn to host it and then 2 turns to crack it. That's right. And in my opinion, the cost of turns is super expensive. So it is way, way, way more power efficient than a lockpick. But the cost of turns is just way too much
Yeah.
for at least for my style of play.
Yeah.
I find it, and the later you go, the worse it gets because you really want to find where you're going next.
Mhm.
And also, if Parasite's your only breaker,
Right.
then what ends up happening is that you'll get yourself into a bad spot, and you have to run out of this room.
Yeah.
But a camera turned on behind you.
Yeah.
And you got to run into the camera because you have to wait a whole turn for it to crack.
Yeah, exactly. Right? And it's like, yeah, you're like, it's so good. I love that item because it's like you're thinking like, oh, Parasite's so OP as the enforcers to sit down here.
That's
like,
right.
I'm so glad I have this item as you're like dying because you used it. And it's like, I love it. Yeah, and then if you can figure out a way to make it work, it is OP, right?
Yeah,
like if you have a build where it's like I can wait around whatever, I have enough time or whatever it is that allows you to wait around.
There's a daemon there.
I'm not. I hacked the turret. So both of these had daemons on it, so I didn't hack them.
Oh, you hacked the turret.
So if someone walks by there, they'll get shot, but hopefully someone won't walk by there. I don't think they will. Because I didn't hear any sounds and stuff. I'm not going to hack this yet because I have no money.
Well, okay. So in my opinion here, it's fine. You do what you do. But in my opinion, you should look to see if you ever want to go back.
Sure, I totally feel that, but I think right now, like, there's almost no item in the game.
Oh my god, what did you do? What happened?
Look at this purchase, though. It's a good purchase.
Wait,
is he level 2?
Oh, yes, he's level 2. Wait.
Can she get out? No. Oh,
no.
She can't.
No.
I screwed the pooch on this one.
Did you really do that? Oh, no, can you go diagonally?
Nope, you can't juke doors.
You can't juke doors.
Alright, well now he has to go here. Well, first he has to get... Okay,
money.
He has to sell his paralyzer. I have to sell that paralyzer I worked so hard for. I have to get a med gel, and I have to... Jesus Christ, I'm bad at this game. It's unbelievable. Alright, well...
We're switching up, apparently.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess this is like when you play with your friend at home, and the loser has to...
Wait, what are you gonna get?
Probably money for the med gel, so I have to sell my paralyzer.
Have you written your meme jokes yet? No?
I haven't written any memes yet. You just get like, it's like the promise of memes, right?
Okay,
like,
got it.
Your character in-game is reading the memes, but you as an operator, you only see the result of the memes.
Well, we could, have the community write memes, and then we'll just like sync to the
community memes.
Yeah, community memes.
I like it.
Fun. Yeah.
Med gel. Close.
Because obviously you're gonna need that now.
So sad. So the reason, I could try to shoot him, but as you can see,
no.
It's gonna say armored, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
Okay. So
where do I want her dead? That's actually an interesting question. Probably want her behind the door. Almost definitely, right?
Well, if you... Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
There we go.
So now she's going to be dead back here, and then this guy he can like hide here and rescue her rather than having to himself sit in the doorway. Someone was saying a while ago that it was confusing because he thought he had a handle on AP, but he saw an item that has MP. That's just a tooltip. That's a tooltip.
That's just a bug. Yeah. So
it should say AP. AP and MP are the same thing, and MP doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah. So we used to have these two different things, which was MP and AP. MP being movement points, and then AP being action points. So that so you had a number of special actions you could do, like hacking or shooting or whatever. And it was just way too complicated for everybody, including us. And so we just had to simplify the whole system so there's just AP. And really AP just kind of represents time. Guards, why you no check corners?
Some solid community memes already. Alright, so this turret is going to get mad at these guys, unless they shoot it first.
No, is it pointing the right way?
It's pointing like this way, but as you can see, so this guy's in hunting, right?
Oh, so he's going to go?
One person's coming here, and the other person's coming here. So one of these guys is going to get shot. I hope it's the elite security guy.
Exactly.
Yeah, because he has heavy armor. Unless they find the turret and shoot it. They're both going to get shot.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, they're both. This is actually bad, maybe?
Yeah, I agree.
I'm going to bail on this level. So my goal now, so I've gone from wanting to loot the entire level, right now, to right now the way I'm thinking, this alarm is going to go up so fast, I just have to find the elevator and get out at this point. That's sort of how I'm thinking about this level at the moment.
So no vault for you?
Vault would be, the vault is the last thing I'm going for. Hopefully
but you don't even know where it is.
Yeah, hopefully we can get a lucky vault, right?
Yeah.
And then then get out with just the vault money, because it's a lot of money. But really, I'll take the elevator too. I won't have to. Oh,
what happened?
I don't know.
Right, you know what? I think turrets
don't break armor right now.
Yeah, turrets don't break armor.
Okay, that's still useful because he had to take his turn to shoot it.
Yeah. Oh, and it's dead already.
That's funny. That's a bug. I mean, right? Turrets should shoot through armor.
Yeah. That's right.
Good bug discovery, everyone.
So dead guards. Yep.
They're pretty dead.
Yeah, except the other one
that didn't die.
That didn't die at all
because of a bug.
What other major things are planned to be added in the game?
Mhm.
Quite a lot,
Yeah,
actually.
quite a lot. So one of the big ones is the final mission, which currently doesn't. There's currently like a stand-in final mission, basically. We want a much more kind of epic feeling final mission.
Yeah.
And quite a lot of just content in general is a big thing that's going to go in there. New enemy types, new agents, new items, new programs,
New corporation.
new corporations. So there's a lot of content, and that's going to make the game feel a lot better. I think that's actually going to be a big deal, adding all that content.
Yep.
Because right now there just feel like
Whoa! What are you doing?
Oh, she's sneaking. She's fine. She's behind the power supply.
Okay. You just. I would laugh if you died immediately again.
Yeah, that'd be pretty sad.
Where's he going next?
He's angry at the turret, so he's just going to stand here.
Okay.
Maybe for a whole turn, even. So this is one of those camera rotating situations. Alright. I could hide from him here. That's probably the right move. I'm going to make my move next turn.
Yep, that's
because Decker does know.
Oh, shit! No.
Oh, did I just create an interest point?
Yes, you totally did. Because he looks through. He looks that, right?
I'm so bad.
So,
Okay. We're going to do that. Oh, these don't provide cover.
No, they don't provide cover.
Alright, we're going to do that. I think that's our
Okay, but what's...
our best option here. And I have no way to deal with this guy, and there appears to be no way around. So, I mean, we're in trouble to a certain extent. You rotate the camera with Q and E, or these two little buttons at the top will also do that for you. So this guy's mad at us. I believe he saw someone. Her? No.
No, him.
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 We can close the door on him.
Yep, close the door. And
but
run.
We have a choke point now, which is kind of a problem.
Yeah, but you can deke around, right?
Alright, so we're going to have to lead this guy in a chase to
Well, actually, she could possibly stay there. Depends.
I'm not going to risk it.
Don't risk it.
I think we have to lead him on a chase to this open room.
Yeah, that's right. And
Or we can. The other opportunity is that we can hope that the elevator's on this side of the level.
Wow, this
got bad fast. It's hard to play and talk at the same time. I really screwed the pooch on this one.
Why armor unbreakable? Well, the armor is breakable. There's armor piercing guns. There's armor piercing melee things. The turret should be armor piercing, and it appears to be not.
Yeah.
So that's just a bug that we're gonna fix shortly. And yeah, so you can totally do it.
Let's see if I can distract him with a running.
Use melee reaction mode, guys. Well, he's armored, so we can't. So
Yeah.
even if we do the melee reaction, they're actually just going to fail.
So he's actually aiming at my turret. I figured out.
Okay.
He's gonna shoot my turret. So after that, I can lure him into this room.
Yeah,
I
that's
think.
right. Oh my god, you're sure spending a lot of turns doing this.
It's rough. It's a rough situation for me right now. All right. He's got that down. He's in the room.
Okay, so now you're gonna.
Do we lure him?
Oh, there's another one.
Yes, that's fine. He's dealable.
Yeah, still.
Do we lure him into the big room and try to avoid him? I'm gonna send Deckard on a chase around the other side level.
And maybe
because at this point this level is doing badly, so getting one agent out would not be a horrible outcome right now.
Right, and maybe there's actually the exit's actually right there.
There are two guards right here. This is a safe move. Okay. Yeah, maybe the exit's actually right here. That's true. That's a safe move. All right. We got that guy. Take his credits. We're gonna sit on him this turn. And then maybe I'll bring both of them around this way? No, that's not a good idea. But we'll see what these guys do with their next turn.
Is your robot buddy from the alpha still in the game? He's actually changed a little bit. He's more of a cyborgy dude, and we're still working on him right now. So really, what we did was we reduced the number from alpha. So let's talk a little bit about alpha actually,
yeah, totally.
and why we did it, and where we got and all that. So alpha was really for me it was a way to see if our mechanics were working at all. Does that have a demon on it?
I'm going for it.
You're just doing it.
I'm going insane. We lost. We've gone too far, and we just got to go out the other side of insanity at this point. You know what I mean? It's like Far Cry 3 up in here right now.
There's
right.
no exit, so it's definitely through the choke point.
Oh dear, no, that's bad.
Gotta open the door.
Yeah, lure him out. You think he'll just stand there otherwise? Well, let's see what they're doing. Hunting. He's going back.
Oh, he's going back.
Yeah,
they're all going to go back. Okay.
Okay, let's see what's going to happen here.
Okay, sounds good.
Alpha.
Yeah, so we just testing out the mechanics and seeing if they work at all. And to a certain extent they did, and to a certain extent they didn't, right? It was bouncing people off immediately, that sort of thing.
There's a lot less polish for sure. That was a huge part of it. Like UI especially was really rough.
That's right. But also, even the agents, they weren't different enough. They were, oh, come on, stop hacking things, really.
Don't worry about it. It's fine. We're gonna be fine. I'm a professional.
You are a professional.
I'm a professional game designer. I don't want that.
You don't want the pass guard? You might.
I don't want the corporate intelligence.
Oh, okay. You don't want that.
I don't need that.
So we've been pushing the agents apart.
Mhm.
So we've got the 4 agents right now. We've got Deckard, International, Shalem,
Yep.
Banks.
Yep.
And as we add the new ones, we want to make sure that they play completely differently, right? So
Yeah.
even just a week before launch, we were changing up Banks to
Yep.
make her feel really quite different. She didn't used to be able to unlock lock doors.
That's right.
And
Yeah, she used to get extra power. That was her thing.
yeah, that's right.
It didn't feel good because International already basically got some form of hacking bonus.
That's right,
So it was
yeah.
like they were just similar, and International was honestly just better.
Mhm.
It was not super interesting. What do you think? How risky is this move? Let's see. Okay, we're okay. We can stand still. He's moving through there. Which is a little bit hard to see. That's something we're changing too.
Yeah,
but,
that's right. We're just gonna change that to white, I
Yeah.
think. Alarm level have a cap. Yeah, alarm level caps at 6.
It does.
And then no more guards come in.
Yep.
Right? That's right. No
That's
more
how it
guards
works,
come in. Yeah. And we're actually gonna add a difficulty setting because we do think the ramp is too high right now for early players, and actually the game is too easy for expert players, but
Yeah, it's really
apparently not for James.
You said expert players. That's right. It's too easy for expert players. I just
It's
ran
good
by that
times.
guy because he had a notice, just a notice here. So I was like, okay,
Okay,
whatever,
sounds
I'm
good. Yeah,
running by him.
but you can't get through.
Yeah, we're gonna add difficulty. Yeah, I mean, we do feel like the current difficulty is just too much in the middle, right?
Mhm.
I mean, it's like it's not enough replayability. You're like as an expert player, you're like if I'm careful, I can beat this a lot of the time, right? And we really want people to feel like they can beat it a lot of the time, but they really have to work hard to get there. And right now, you're just getting like 10 hours in, right? You feel
That's
you feel
right,
like you're
that's
good
right,
enough for that.
yeah.
And we want it to be more like maybe you beat it your first time 10 hours in, but you don't feel comfortable beating it nearly every time your first 10 hours.
And I
in.
still don't think that you should be able to ever feel like you can comfortably beat it every
Mhm,
single time.
mhm.
That's my opinion because
Sure.
the core feeling about a spy is you just don't know what's going to happen
Right,
next.
right.
And that's really kind of
Mhm.
some of the core tenets that we talk about.
It's true. It's a difficult question, honestly. I'm not sure I feel the same way. But it's a really interesting question because it's like, what does it mean to feel like confident that you can beat it every time? I mean, if you're not confident that you can beat it every time, then it should always be theoretically possible to beat.
Correct. Yeah.
And therefore, if you play perfectly, you should. So really, what
No,
we're
but there's
saying
no
is
perfectly.
Right.
The point is not knowing what perfectly means, right? And so to me, this game is just like if you're a spy and you go in, you're playing probabilities. You've been playing probabilities all day and losing to the probabilities.
Yep.
Right. But basically, it's like, oh, I think I can run here because I probably there's going to be no guard there.
Right.
That sort of thing.
Right.
What are we looking at here?
I think I'm okay with it. If a guy has played 1,000 hours of this game, right?
Okay. Yeah.
If that guy, I think that guy should be able to beat it every time he wants, basically.
Sure.
If you look at Bananasaurus Rex, right, the famous Spelunky player, he's amazingly good at Spelunky. He can beat like any Spelunky situation, but he still dies because he goes too aggressively or whatever. Right? He's trying to do some special thing.
Right.
So I think it's a really interesting question. I mean, that'll definitely be in our minds while we balance this thing. We never want you to just lose to a random.
Oh, you found it!
Oh my gosh, are we gonna get out of this level?
I think so. Although there's another.
Oh, there's the vault right there.
Oh, Rubik's. Okay.
There's the vault right there.
Well, if you really want to die, just go to the vault.
I mean, I'm not a greedy player. Look at this guy. There's just one chump in here. There might be two, actually.
What?
He's gonna move into the laser. No, he's not.
Where's he going?
He's going right
the
here
guy?
for sure.
Yeah?
Yeah. I think I can go here because this guy's gonna check out this spot and he's not gonna flip around.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go for the
You should have
vault.
closed the door.
I like there's a nice breeze. It's too
Mhm.
warm in here. Like a nice cross ventilation action.
Oh, okay. He's coming out.
So this guy's coming out.
Yeah.
He's gonna go up and around here and
That's
up
right.
to there. Do a kind of S pattern.
Well, you could
I
actually.
can come over here.
Yeah. Knock it
And I
out.
believe there's another guard or a camera here.
Why
There's
you
another
peek?
guard like right here,
You should
right?
peek.
Yeah. There it is. There he is.
Where?
Is that elite? Right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, right there.
No. There's only one elite in this room.
Yeah.
In this
So it's just two. I should be able to knock this guy out.
He'll know.
Is that what I want to do? So if I knock him out, can I drag him? Knock him out, drag him
You
one
can
tile,
drag one tile.
and bring. Let's do this. Knock out. He'll know. He'll get an interest point.
Yeah. Okay.
Drag him. One
One
tile.
tile.
Put him down.
Okay. Now.
Move over here.
Yeah.
Close the door. Move right here in melee reaction.
That sounds
right?
great. Yeah.
Alright.
Actually, he's not going to go through the door. Look, he's
No,
like,
but he'll
hey,
be
what
right
happened
here.
to my what happened to my friend? He used to be there.
Did the spirit overcome him?
That's right.
Like we have elite money, right?
Oh, that's great. Yeah, no one can see that.
That's
I
right.
recall.
Oh, that's right. Now we can see it. All right, we got him.
Mm-hmm.
This is what could possibly go wrong?
What
That's
could
my
possibly-
question.
yeah.
We got. Oh, this guy's
I
playing
think
over
what
there.
could possibly go wrong is you don't have enough power.
Oh, that could possibly go wrong. Okay, hammer.
Hammer! Oh, check it!
Right?
Check it!
What is this gonna be? I don't like it. I'm scared. If this is a validate. Okay.
Oh no, that's still bad.
too.
That's still bad.
That's bad
How are
too.
you supposed to unlock all the vaults now?
Oh no. Okay, we're fine. We're good.
Wait. She should scan. Maybe get one more camera. I mean, one more CPU thing. Or, terminal thing going on.
Yeah. Sure. I mean, it might as well, right?
Yeah, might as well.
Nope.
Nope, nothing.
Didn't we hack the console database? Oh, this is the last level. Imagine if I had hacked this thing. It would be swimming in CPUs right now. All right.
So now you have to wait 4
now
turns.
I have to wait
4 turns.
just 3. Just 3.
4.
Yeah. Depends on what you count.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's right.
Why so Canada? What?
We are pretty Canada.
Yeah, we are pretty Canada.
Yeah.
I agree.
I mean, I'm American originally, but lived here for a while. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going. What's the worst that can happen?
Oh, can you? People are accidentally selling stuff in the store quite a lot, and I saw some. It was actually Soren Johnson who recommended that we have a place where when people sell it, it goes to a special slot so they can rebuy it for the same
Yes,
price.
totally
right?
agree. I think someone in our forums made the same comment.
Yeah, that's right.
Definitely the right call because there's no confirm window.
Yeah.
And I actually don't want there to be a confirm
That's
window.
right.
I think rebuy is a just objectively better way
That's
to do
right.
that because it's cleaner, it's faster, and it's simpler to get it back.
Yep.
Yep, I totally agree. Until you close the shop window. And
That's
then
right.
You can't rebuy
Then you can't rebuy.
or
it.
end the turn maybe.
That's right.
Probably end the turn.
Oh, they're right on you.
No.
They're right on you. You're level 5.
Oh,
That's what happens.
no.
Yeah.
Oh no. Look at this. It's like a fireworks display. I could have gotten out. Remember when I could have gotten out?
Yeah, I do remember when you could have gone no.
That
Wait,
doesn't
did you
matter.
just hack through that? Oh, because a hammer. I forgot a hammer.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Oh, that's why you were thinking.
Yeah,
it was,
that's why I
4
was thinking.
turns.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
That's right. Okay. So he's gonna get those. She's gonna get these. And the vaults, these are actually weirdly good hiding spots.
Yeah.
That might change because it's kind of weird how good they are. Actually, you can nestle yourselves into this corner.
That's true. And they can't find you.
Yeah, for a while. All right, we're gonna see what happens here.
Just put a block right there. And also going in there and grabbing them both is a bit too good.
It is, yeah.
Right?
That's right. But being able to grab them both from the same tile, you mean.
Yeah, exactly. That's what.
Oh dear. Okay, so what's the plan here? We're just gonna wait it out a little bit. So the longer we wait, eventually we're 4 turns from now. So basically, here's my strategy right now: is I'm thinking in the next 3 turns we have to make a break for it
Yeah,
before the next 2 enforcers come in.
that's right.
And
You also have a cloak, remember?
I know.
And you have a gun.
It's true.
You have a cloak and a gun.
I have to ask myself: is this the best positioning that we're gonna get in the next 3 turns?
I think so.
You think so?
Where else are
I
you
think
gonna
we
go?
can go slightly better with the guards. I mean.
Oh no!
Is this
it's
the
definitely
best?
It's definitely not. No,
Yeah,
I
I
think
don't
that
think so.
I think you need to wait. I
Okay,
think you need.
I think one more time.
I'm saying that you're in the best
That's.
position.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, they're running around.
Hi, letter W. Shout outs to Vancouver.
Hey, sup, man?
That's where we live.
Mhm.
Oh dear.
Holy crap! I never knew you could loot those vaults. Oh!
They're very good.
Those vaults
Okay.
are the best.
Still not looking great to me. Actually, we can fry this dude, but that'll increase. So we could fry this dude and make a break
Does
for it
that
this
work?
turn. Yeah,
That
I can
actually
fry this
works?
guy and make a break for it this
I
turn.
love it when things happen that
Do you
I
think
never
we should
knew.
go for it? Maybe.
Well,
This guy's in a bad spot. That's annoying.
If you fry him,
Yeah, the alarm goes out,
the alarm goes out.
and then I get 2 enforcers. I think what we do is we fry him this turn. We end our turn. Then the enforcers spawn, but they don't move out yet.
Mhm.
And then we go the turn after the enforcers
Sure.
spawn.
Let's
That's
do
my
it.
theory.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Fry.
Fry him.
I
See ya,
love
dude.
that works.
Lasers. How do they work? Alright. End turn. We're going to get the enforcer spawn, but they're not going to move out yet, I think.
Can we exchange objects between our spies? Yeah. You
Yeah,
just
you
stand
can.
next to each other and then you can.
Yeah. There should be, there probably will be a way to do it between
Mhm.
missions.
I think I saw somewhere earlier someone asked who did all the artwork, and there was a lot of artists that did the artwork.
They are, yeah, and they're all fantastic.
They're
yeah.
so. They're awesome. Yeah.
Sloth, Bruce, CJ,
Van. Jeff,
Vince,
of course.
Jeff, yeah.
Yeah. A lot of people who worked on Mark the Ninja.
Yep. Yeah.
Definitely. Oh, you're gonna fry this guy too.
Oh, it's perfect. He was like, "What, my friend? He's burned alive somehow in this spot. I'm going to
Okay.
investigate it very closely.
Then you can
We're
knock that
pretty
guy
good.
out.
We're doing
You can knock that guy
possible.
out. You should stand there.
There?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I agree. Okay, we're going to knock this fool out.
Okay.
We're going to run up here. We're going to knock this fool out, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Definitely.
Sounds good.
Okay. And then let's see what happens next.
Okay.
And then
So-
she's actually, the KO timer doesn't matter here, so I'm just going to move up one square closer.
Yep. You should close the freaking door.
Ah, that's fine. Don't worry about it. That guy's moving there. So that's bad because this is the one guy I can't deal with. But he's looking the wrong way. I should close this freaking door is what I should do. Okay, that guy's fine. Okay, we're looking good. We're looking good.
Can she run all the way to the exit?
No,
Can she? Can
she can run and do it, I'm pretty sure.
Well, then just go to the exit.
I'm doing it, yeah.
You're done.
Alright, we got this guy out. Can she do it? No, and then yes.
Woo!
We did it.
So this is one really interesting thing that I want to talk about a bit, which is that often in this game, it seems like it's impossible. And in fact, I've seen so many people just give up because it's like, oh, this is impossible. I'm just going to die, right? Which you could just retire the agency. We added that for a reason, right? But there's actually a lot of times a way out, and you should just try. And you come in with these really, really interesting situations, and it's super fun.
This game definitely, and part of my favorite thing about playing this game myself is the chess problems it kind of presents you with, which are very much they're very much like chess problems, right? I mean, it's just like I can move that square and then that square, and then I can't move to that square yet, and can't do that. And they're very hard. And one of the things that's cool is as you play this game more, you actually learn all of the available moves, right?
Right.
Like your first time playing, you wouldn't have known that you can duck behind that thing and the guard won't see you, or that you can fry that guard, or that you can move exactly that square. You could run safely, you know. So I mean, definitely part of that is the fun of gaining experience in this game, I think.
I really do think it's like you just kind of scratch the surface, and the more you scratch, the deeper it goes.
That's
You can kind of see that there's all sorts of different, and it's the same from a design standpoint too. That's how I feel right now.
Yeah.
Is as we've been designing the game, I'm seeing. Whoa! What did you just do?
It's got a paralyzer 3.
Okay.
That's how
all right. That's how you roll. That's how you roll.
1 level of stealth on her. 2 levels of stealth on her. 2 levels of stealth on her.
Okay, sounds great. So you used to think that stealth wasn't good.
I was a chump. I was a fool.
For like weeks, you're like, stealth, it's not that good.
I was a fool. I was contrary. I was playing a contrarian, you know?
It is so strong.
It is really strong.
Extra movement is super, super strong.
Should we do some Q&A in the chat a little bit?
Oh yeah, let's do that. Yeah, what time is it? Oh wow, it's like
it's getting there. I think we have probably 15 minutes.
Yeah, let's just do
15 minutes of Q&A.
Okay.
So if you're in the chat, please ask us some questions. We'll try to get, if there are a few questions, we'll try to answer all of them. If there are a lot of questions, then we'll get to the ones we can. And I'm gonna I guess occasionally make a move in this level, but probably while I'm answering questions, it's gonna be quite hard.
Is it working as intended for robot guards to go through lasers? It's actually that guards should also go through lasers,
That's right.
And that's just a bug.
There's a bug right now where guards should be able to turn off their own lasers.
That's right.
And they're not.
And
so robots are working as intended, and regular guards are not in that capacity.
And the interesting thing is, what we want is for people to be able to get through lasers by dragging guards' bodies through the lasers.
Is decorative Blade Runner a reference? Maybe. Is that how you're supposed to deal with people ask that question? What do the skills do, like stealth, anarchy? Oh, sorry, I'm skipping questions. What do the skills do, like stealth, anarchy, etc.? Anarchy is so all the skills unlock items basically for you to use. If you get an item, you can't use it until you get its corresponding skill. So if there's a really high level item, you often can't use it because it requires like stealth 4 or whatever.
Right.
They also gain you little passive bonuses. Some of them are quite important. Some of them are less important. But you have to get them for the item anyway.
Yeah, I mean, anarchy is a very interesting one because it's basically paying now to gain later.
That's right. You get stuff.
So you get bonuses for stealing from guards. That's what anarchy does. Stealth adds bonus. Movement, hacking adds bonus power. Yeah. And inventory is just an inventory. So there it is.
And sorry guys, there are a lot of questions, so we're probably going to skip a couple just accidentally as the chat scrolls up.
Okay.
What are your plans for Endless Mode? That's the mode that interests me the most. Yeah, totally. Endless Mode right now, it could be a bit more compelling. And some of the stuff that we're hoping makes it more compelling is stuff like more love for the score stuff, so you can compete with your Steam friends, right, on score and stuff. Some of the other stuff we're hoping is like kind of more competitive sides of the game. So either, whatever, leaderboards or stuff that you're competing with other people on. So it's like, oh, I can get further in endless than anyone else can, or stuff like that.
I think fundamentally it's like, yeah, there's all these little things that we could do feature-wise, but
Yeah.
I think fundamentally, we got to ask, why is it interesting to keep playing endless mode, right? And really, I'm not actually too sure yet, because, I play it and I'm like, yeah, this is fun, it's interesting, but why is it that I want to keep going? I want to build up an agency. Why do I want to build up an agency? All that. So we need to ask ourselves some fundamental questions.
There's some fundamental question about endless mode. Basically, the reason endless mode is in there right now is just for playability, and also because not that many people are going to see it. So it's great. It's great to have the very best players who can beat story mode, to have them test it for us, have them say, here's, I'm going to be the one playing endless mode. Here's what I want to see in endless mode. Right? Here's what I'm interested in.
I'm interested in what their experience is like, because often what our feedback is that people ask specific things, and that's great. But even more important is when they say, I feel this way. It feels that way, because then we can look fundamentally at why that is. Right.
Totally.
Okay, so are you guys super happy with how Overwatch escaping works? Just one square seems super harsh.
I see what you're saying. So part of that seeming harsh is probably, you don't know exactly what's going to give you cover from the guard that's overwatching you, right? So it's like, oh, I can only move one square, but if you knew that hiding behind that desk would give you cover, hiding behind that other thing, there's actually a lot of squares you can move to that give you cover.
But also, I think most importantly is that it makes you own your decisions every single time.
Yeah.
And I think that, fundamentally, we have to stick to our guns that way.
Yeah.
We have to say, it is brutal.
Yeah.
It is that the decisions are really important. Because then, if we let go of the gas on that at all, it ends up being a lot more mushy. The game becomes more mushy.
Yeah.
And I think that it's going to be kind of subconscious almost, but it just won't feel nearly as tight.
Yeah,
right?
I agree. And it is totally brutal. I totally agree with you. I think it's by far the most brutal thing in the game.
That's right.
It's also kind of the only thing that ever kills anyone, too.
And also,
so it has to be in there to add some legitimacy to, exactly what you're saying. Like, why are my decisions important? Because I've only got one square to move, right, in these situations.
Otherwise, if there's all these get out of jail frees, then you can just go in and whatever, right?
Yeah, so the goal with the items is that they sort of are your extra moves, right? That your items, like, say you got a cloak, that's now a one time, when it's off cooldown, if it's a good cloaking device, you can get out of a guard overwatch, right? Or say it's a gun. If it's a good gun, you can shoot the guard that's overwatching you.
That's right.
So that's the idea behind the items. Is
you can get your other agent around looping in.
Exactly.
Right? And the idea behind it is that their reactions are just a little bit slower than yours, right? So they're pulling out their gun and you're getting at it.
Bioshot Dark Gun 3-turn KO recharges ammo every turn. Oh, if that's true, that's just a bug. It should recharge every 5 turns. That's the way it's intended to work right now.
Wow.
If it's recharging every turn, that's just a bug.
That's super.
We'll hotfix that.
That's super OP.
Yeah, we'll hotfix that.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep. It's programmed in Moai. That's the thing we're on top of.
Yep. By the way, I'm running out of batteries here.
Oh no.
On my laptop.
Well, I can look at it on.
Once it shuts down, we'll look at it over there.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's cool.
Yeah.
Why is there no smoke bomb item? Because we haven't made it
yet. That's right. We actually. We're looking into putting stuff like that into the next couple of days.
Yeah. So Bruce right now is animating the grenade throw animation, and it's pretty hilarious because when he's animating, all the guard, everybody is in their underwear.
That's true,
right?
I can attest to that.
Because then we then put a build on top of that. We put the clothes on top of that in real time, right? And so I'm just watching him animate someone throwing a can, basically. In their underwear.
Yeah.
It's the best. Anyway.
We have to make a game out of that.
That's right.
The game.
Yeah. Hi, could you guys comment on the robots that make every other robot unhackable and invincible?
Oh, null drones.
Oh, I love null drones.
Yeah, null drones are the hardest thing in the game right now.
So hard.
Almost without question in my mind. Null drones are definitely the hardest thing in the game. And it's possible that they're balance-wise, they might be a bit hard. But in terms of the actual gameplay they create, they're my favorite enemy because a lot of the enemies are just they're like guards but tougher, right? And what we're really looking for is enemies that really require you to change up your play style
and think about and prepare for.
Exactly.
So when you go to Senkaku, you're like, I might see a null
That's
drone.
exactly right.
So what
That's
should
exactly
I do if that's the case?
exactly right.
And that's also why we don't spawn Senkaku at all
That's right.
in your first missions.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to be able to see these
Yeah.
really, really hard things right
Yeah.
at the beginning, right?
Yeah.
So you're preparing for that. That's
Yeah.
what we're asking.
But it's totally possible that null drones, I mean, if it's a balance issue,
Yeah.
then you make the range smaller or whatever,
Yeah.
right?
Or you make them
But
not be able to shoot, right?
That's
the
right.
other thing that we're
That's what we're
discussing,
thinking
right?
about, yeah. But I think, in terms of the actual, their effect and the kind of gameplay that creates, they're exactly the kind of enemy we want to make more of, basically.
How hard is it to code this game? Hard. And also, how hard is it to design this game? Incredibly hard.
The hardest thing about this game is that you can't look at other games for solutions to design problems. You can look at them for inspiration, for sure, and we've looked at a lot of games for inspiration. But you can't say, like, oh, I wonder how XCOM did this, right? Because XCOM didn't do this, because it's not a stealth game. You know, so we've had to reinvent the wheel on a lot of stuff in this game.
Yeah, and one of
it's been really fun.
The other things I find is that for a stealth game, obviously, Mark the Ninja as well, is that a stealth game either works or it doesn't work. And when it doesn't work, it's just so not fun at all.
Yeah.
You know, it just completely falls apart.
I'm stupid.
What'd you just do?
I killed myself. It's fine, don't worry about it. I'm just not paying attention.
Oh, okay, sure, sounds good. Oh no, he's gonna turn around. You can flip the other way.
I can't. Yeah, I'm okay.
Yeah,
but it's just
okay.
He's getting annoyed at me.
What else we got here? Decay ability, more tools for vision, for distracting. Yep, definitely.
More tools for vision distracting is a big one on our list for sure.
Yeah.
We would love to have items that manipulate guards, that allow you to get more vision with certain restrictions or safety features or whatever.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Throwing in a disposable camera,
That's right.
that sort of stuff.
That's
I think that those are awesome.
Yep.
Yeah. Shouldn't KO turrets provide cover? Yes, it should.
Yep.
It just should.
Yep.
Cloaking works while in Overwatch. Cloak works while in Overwatch. When a guard overwatches you, it depends which cloaking device you have.
Yeah, that's right. So the lower level ones?
The low level ones do not work.
And the high level ones. So it's like a weakness. It's a reason why you want a high level cloak, basically, is to get that Overwatch working.
Peeking and movement prediction both cost AP. That is correct.
That's correct, yeah.
Which, by the way, is on our list to preview that.
That's right. Make it show up on the.
Yeah.
So you have this AP, and when you hover over the tiles you can move on, this turns yellow.
Yep.
And that should be the same way on peak and movement prediction.
Yep. Will each location have more than one floor to explore? We think it's just going to be one floor, because now you got to spend more of your time to go to another floor. So that's the way we design it. In fact, we've been through how many different iterations of this?
Oh, so many.
5 or 6.
Probably 5 or 6, yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
where it's like all floors, 10 floors in one go. Or,
that's right. We had like one building, we had you going up, we had you going down, we had you going on a horizontal plane, we had we did everything.
This is by far the most fun.
That's right.
By far.
I totally agree.
And also the most interesting
and
choices.
Also, it feels the most like being a spy, right? Which is another big important part of it. It feels like you're jet setting, you're being a spy, you're going around. The other way, it was very, very obviously a dungeon, right? It was like, I'm playing in a dungeon. I'm playing a game that's basically like NetHack, right? It's like, but I happen to be a spy, And this way it feels a lot more like, oh, I'm flying around, I'm jet setting, I'm this cool spy.
Why does the guard captain get knocked out for 6 turns? But that's just a bug again.
Yeah.
But I gotta actually.
You actually don't mind it?
I actually don't mind it because we almost want to. To me, I'm almost like maybe he should just look like a civilian kind of guy.
He's got a weak stomach, right?
Yeah,
so
whatever.
You knock on, he's like, oh my god.
Right. Yeah. Because he's just a special guy. You can make him strong or you can make him weak, whatever we want, right? He's just
Yeah, I don't mind it, but right now it's literally a bug. It's just left in from a different thing.
Right.
But yeah, it's actually it's not bad.
Yeah,
am I gonna get anything here?
Well, why don't we at least just look, right? We should at least look.
Maybe we'll get a wrench. Ooh, has anyone seen wrenches yet in the chat?
Hey,
has
anyone used a wrench?
Have you guys seen a wrench or a shade or a
right.
wings? Wrench or shade or wings?
I've seen wings.
I've seen wrench too. I got a wrench too.
No, I saw someone use wings.
Oh really?
Yeah, someone used.
Nice.
Yeah, that was cool.
Wrench programs, shade, and wings are all rare programs. So if you see them, check them out. They're cool.
How is Moai working for you? It works.
We like it.
Yeah, we like it. I mean, it's not.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that we love it, but also it works. So we've modified it quite a bit actually since.
Yeah.
How many people is your studio? Big. We are about 40 people. But you know, we have about 10 people per game, that sort of thing,
Okay.
and then we have
About
some
10 on Invisible.
support,
Yeah.
you know, and things like that. And we're always just doing research, just playing around with new ideas. You know, there are other games going on that we don't talk about, but it's because we're just kind of playing around and trying to figure out what it is.
Yep.
I mean, even Invisible Ink has been in development for 2 years now.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah, insanely.
So,
I started on it, what, a year and a half ago?
yeah, a year and a half. Yeah, exactly. And even then, it was
in prototype phase.
Yeah, exactly.
way before I came in.
Port to mobile, co-op. There's not going to be a co-op.
Yeah.
It's just not a co-op game.
Yeah, it's just. I mean, there's just too much to do to make it a great single player game.
Yeah.
And we really don't want to spend that time making it a mediocre single player game and a mediocre multiplayer game.
Yeah.
Right?
So we're going to do one or the other.
Yep.
And you know, can a turn-based stealth game be co-op? Yes, it can totally be a co-op game.
Yeah.
Right. But right now we just got to focus.
Yep. Totally.
So that's why we're doing it this way.
And port to mobile, it's not definitely same answer basically.
Totally use the wrench. It's awesome. That's great.
That's nice. Yeah,
That's
wrench is a
really
rare
awesome.
program, so it's I like using it. It's fun. I rarely see it. And I want more stuff like that. I want more rare stuff so you can
That's right.
you get it on a run. It shouldn't be overpowered, but it should be like, oh, my run's totally different because I found this rare thing, right?
Or you could make it. It's like, oh, I feel overpowered.
That's
Once
right.
again, right?
That's right.
Like that's the best.
That's
Any details you can feel on future playable agents? You know, we're still playing around with it, and honestly, you know, if we say something now, it might be completely different later. So I'm a little bit hesitant. So, for example, you know, Banks was changed just before it's just completely different, right? And so we have some ideas, but you know, I think that you know, playing with basically we want to play with the different vectors of our game and push them really far apart. You know, what can they do that nobody else can do?
So the 4 agents we have right now are basically based on the 4 skills, the 4 like cardinal skills of the game. Shalem is sort of inventory, you could argue. I mean, he starts out with 1 inventory.
Yep.
So the next couple agents, they'll be different. They won't be based on the skills. They'll be based on something else entirely. And we'll see what.
Yeah,
that
I mean,
is.
even Banks is kind of not based on.
She's sort of. I sort of think of her as the Anarch character.
Sure,
yeah.
But I mean, she can unlock doors. I mean, that could be whatever. You know what I mean? Like it could be on anybody almost.
That's right. Sure.
Yeah. Anything else going on here? I think we're almost done here.
Yeah, we're pretty close. The weekly streams are not going to be only about Invisible Ink.
Yep.
For right now, they are. Future one, which is maybe about Klei, just what we're doing here.
So you know, we're going to do some Don't Starve Together, that sort of thing. Which, by the way, is very Lord of the Flies right now when we play.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's very much that way.
Yeah, I've gotten ganked so many times. You go up to someone, you're all nice to them, you know, and then they turn around and they murder you.
How to fix that? Any ideas, plans to make some boss-like confrontations? Well, yes. Yeah. The answer though is you know what does that look like in a stealth game, right?
That's right.
And it's not an easy answer.
That's right.
We're still working on it.
You look at stealth games. You look at Mark and the Ninja's answer to that, right? It's like puzzles basically.
Oh my god.
Mark and the Ninja's bosses are basically puzzles, right? Like
so. Let me tell you.
Sure, hit me. Yeah.
Mark and the Ninja bosses. For the first boss that we did.
Yeah.
We did it 4 different bosses, right? And it was like, you got to do this, and you got to do this, you got to gas him, and then you got to.
Which one is this? The one where the guy's tied up and?
No, the guy with the rocket launcher.
Oh,
the shotgun. He kills you. Actually, he used to have a rocket launcher. That's why I think so. Because he used to have to he shoots the rocket at you, and then you would pause time, and then you would reflect the rocket back at him.
That's right.
And all this stuff, and it was like, that's a totally different game.
Yeah.
And so in the end. Hilariously, you say it's a puzzle, and what I say is I made it not a boss.
Yeah, it's just the rest of the level.
It's just it's just more level.
But it does feel like a puzzle, right? Because it's like, I mean, I think of that one boss. It might be the grenade launcher guy. For what it's worth, I didn't work on Mark the Ninja. I wasn't here then. But I love that game, and I played the crap out of it. And I always think the boss I remember is one where you have to ride up on the boxes that are with the lasers.
Yeah, that's right.
And you go on the other side of them. Is that the grenade launcher guy?
Well, there's
and
one.
You shoot the chandelier.
Yeah, the chandelier. So literally, it was. I don't want to. I keep trying to fight the guy, and it's not working. It's not working. You know what?
Yeah.
We should just drop something on him.
Yeah.
So,
awesome.
That's what it was.
Awesome.
Oh yeah, and it worked anyway.
Yeah.
Are you using wings?
I used it now.
Wow, nice. I've never used wings.
It's fun.
Yeah. Will you be recording, archiving these streams so we can catch up
Yes,
afterward?
they're being automatically
they're
archived
just
on
doing
Twitch.
that. Mhm.
And we'll try to, I'll try to deal with, I know Twitch does a thing now where they don't keep your videos forever and you have to highlight them, so I'll try to figure that out and make sure they're highlighted and get
Yeah, and we can also export them to YouTube.
Export them to YouTube,
Yeah,
that's
all
right.
that kind of stuff. Will it have an agent that unlocks safe like banks unlocks doors? That sounds pretty cool, actually.
It does sound cool. Sounds fun.
Actually. Sounds like banks should do the banks thing.
It does sound She should be called Doors.
Doors. Yes. Okay. I don't know. I think we're just about wrapping up. Is there
anything else?
Any last questions?
Are there any plans to include cardboard boxes? We should have a reference to Metal Gear somewhere in there. We'll find. Not a cardboard box, possibly.
Yeah. I mean, we were already referred to Mark and the Ninja by using the same alert sound.
Is that what we're calling that a reference?
Yeah, sure.
I like it.
An homage.
I like it.
It's an
I like
homage.
it.
My laptop just died.
That's perfect.
Okay.
One last question. Do you have a definite set number of items for the game, or are there a lot more items you wish to add? We do not have a set number of items to the game, and there are a lot more items we wish to add.
Yeah, that's right.
We really wanted to get to the point where you feel like every run, you see the shop, right? You open up the shop or loot off a guard or whatever, and it's like, ooh, what am I going to build this run?
That's right.
And the options expand out in front of you, right?
I see, Dominion style, Ascension style,
Exactly.
right? As you're playing along, you're
These
like,
are core games.
I'm building up my my build. Exactly that.
Yeah.
Last thing is Invisible Ink music copyrighted. We have it copyrighted, but you can stream whenever you want.
Yes, please. It's
Please,
not.
please.
We don't know. Twitch might. Twitch has been getting a lot of false positives.
Yeah, that's right.
These streams. So if it gets muted, we'll try to fix it. Hopefully, it won't get muted, and hopefully, your VODs that you stream of Invisible Ink won't get muted either.
Right. And please let us know.
If they do, let us know, and we'll try to fix it. We're not like doing any of that stuff.
Yeah.
We want you guys to stream it. We want you guys to record it. Please.
And I think that's about it.
Awesome.
If you guys have any more questions, we're trolling the forums right now, way too much probably, and we're on Twitter and all that kind of stuff. Forums is definitely the best way to find us. So we'll see you next week. Oh, next week we're going to be at PAX.
We are going to be at PAX. Please come and visit our booth if you're there.
Yep. And we're going to have an amazing booth.
Yep.
The booth is ridiculous. There's definitely something really special there.
Yeah.
And Corey's told me not to talk about it, so I can't talk about it. Besides that,
oh, exciting!
Yeah. Okay. But we're also going to stream at our friend's developer place. I think we're going to. I need to figure that out. But we'll be abroad when we do that. So.
Hopefully
there you go.
It goes well. Yeah. So thank you guys so much for watching. This was a blast. Actually, I had a ton of fun. Yeah, it was really fun.
Yeah.
See you on our forums, hopefully, and check out the game if you want to.
And Bomb, we totally forgot to drop that we're going to do 2-week updates.
Oh, that's right. Oh, we were supposed to announce this then?
I don't know. Why not?
Okay, so we're going to do this little secret for you guys, like staying at the end of the Marvel movie credits.
Exactly.
We're going to do 2-week updates instead of 1-month updates,
that's
basically. Right. So the plan is that the 2-week updates are going to be, like, every other week is going to be mostly content, and then the big features will come in on a monthly basis.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. That was a blast. We'll see you next week. Maybe more Invisible Ink. Maybe Don't Starve. We'll see what we end up wanting to do. From the lovely land of Washington, the state.
Cheers.
Cheers, everyone. Bye.